Oh, wow. Okay. I thought we were going to see more than that.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that either, Chloe.
That is Sunday River, apparently. But
wow.
couldn't really tell right now.
See, I would be afraid of that. If I
know.
I'm a skier.
Right.
I love skiing. I do a lot of it in the wintertime. I don't do that.
No.
I don't do fresh pow, as they say. I know that's what all those skiers crave and love, but I got one ski going one way and another one going the other way and an ACL about to pop. So
Exactly.
I'm staying away from the mountains today and tomorrow.
I respect that choice. Yeah.
I'll hit them next weekend.
Oh my goodness.
That's crazy. Yeah.
That's insane.
I just got a few texts from Mallory Brook, meteorologist. She works with us, and she's up in the Oxford Hills.
Yeah.
And she's already got 6.5 inches.
Oh
and she
my
said
gosh.
it's just like puking snow
Wow,
up there.
yeah.
There's one insane band through the Oxford Hills, and it actually goes all the way to Penobscot Bay.
Yep.
And I'll show that here on the radar in a second. So let's get started. We're going to be checking in with Aaron Myler in a few minutes. He's outside on the weather deck, out in the elements, freezing, I'm sure, with the snow flying right in his face. Or maybe it's actually hitting the back of the head now that I'm thinking of the wind direction. It's probably the back of his head. We'll see. We'll see when we check in with him. All right, here is the radar. Snow came in just after midnight, up to about 3 a.m., and it's gotten to Bangor. It's actually not going to get much farther north of Bangor. We've been talking to you all week long how this was going to be a southern half of the state storm, and it is remaining that way. That has not changed at all. I did throw some temperatures on here. This is a wet snow, unfortunately. 32, 33, 32, 33, 32. This is very wet. We've got a weather watcher in Sanford who's got about 4.5 inches of snow on the ground. He said he would probably go out right now and shovel it because it's super heavy. And I'm recommending that too. At some point here in the next couple of hours, if you can, do a swipe on the driveway. Just help yourself out so that you're not breaking your back at the end of this with close to 10 inches when it's all said and done. You go inland into the Oxford Hills, okay, it's 29, Naples is 29, Bethel's 28. It's a little colder, it's a little more manageable, and the wind's going to blow it around a little bit. There's going to be some drifting up here in the foothills and in the mountains. So really heavy snow, and there's that band just shifting up into Livermore and Livermore Falls. Augusta, you're in it right now, crushing snow there, and it goes all the way over to the mouth of the Penobscot River. Belfast, Lincolnville, down to Rockland, the islands in Penobscot Bay, up through Verona Island and almost to Bangor. Bangor, you're going to be flirting with this band for a couple of more hours, and then everything's going to start retreating to the south. As we go farther north, there's no snow on the radar. There's flurries through Old Town. You'll get a little bit in Millinocket. North of there, nothing. Zilch from this storm. Just a lot of cold. Look at that temp in Presque Isle at 7 below. Starting to gust along the coastline, and between now and about 10 o'clock this morning, there is a chance that we gust around 40 miles per hour, which would create near whiteout conditions or blizzard-like conditions. If you recall, the definition of a blizzard is 3 consecutive hours of heavy snow, creating visibility of a quarter mile or less with wind gusts of 35 miles per hour or sustained wind around there. So there's a chance we get that for like an hour or so, but probably not verifying as a blizzard from this storm. Low pressure is transferring its energy to a new one. This becomes the primary. And unlike a lot of our nor'easters, which go up through the Gulf of Maine into the Bay of Fundy, this one's going to go straight east. And that's why northern Maine misses snow from this. That's why this is a southern half of the state storm. Strong bands are setting up now. It's thumping. Winds are going to gust along the coastline, creating possible whiteouts at times. The driving conditions are going to be terrible through the middle of the day as that heavy snow continues. But the northern edge will start to retreat around lunchtime, south of Bangor, and then completely off the coastline almost by 3 o'clock. Once you get to the dinner hour, it's nothing but cloudy skies. We'll be in cleanup mode. Roads will be much better as we go through the afternoon into the evening as the storm pulls away. 8 to 12 inches over southern Maine with locally higher amounts. As you go north of that 8 to 12 inch band, we're looking at amounts taper off really fast over a short distance. You know, Bangor, you could get 4 or 5 inches, but not too far north, it's like 1 inch. So that's how sharp that northern edge will be. Tomorrow, sunshine is back. It's a sweet finish to the weekend. Next week, there'll be this storm in the Canadian Maritimes. It won't be close enough to us to give us any snow outside of some flurries along the coast, but it will drive in the chill from Canada, nothing severe. But winds will be with us most of the week, and the storm track will be suppressed most of the week. And that means things are quieter just not very warm around here as that maritime low dominates our weather pattern. Marine forecast sees 9 to 12 feet, east winds gusting to 50 knots, gale warnings all day long into the night. Heavy snow continues all morning and then tapers off this afternoon. High temperatures around the freezing mark. Tomorrow's going to be a nice winter day. We'll have a mix of sun and clouds, high temperatures of 40 to 45, so we'll get some melting. Mother Nature helps us out there, gets our driveways back to us, hopefully, back to blacktop. Breezy and bright on Monday, mostly sunny, 42. Tuesday, there's a chance for a rain or snow shower as that storm system dives south of us, but unlikely to get anything significant. And it stays partly sunny, breezy, and chilly for the second half of the week with high temperatures around 40. Obviously, next week, much quieter than the 3 storms we saw this week.